What if Apple's first foldable iPhone isn't just another experiment, but the device that finally makes foldables mainstream? Because right now, new leaks suggest Apple is preparing something very different and potentially game-changing. We're talking about the rumored iPhone Fold, sometimes called the iPhone Ultra. And if these details are accurate, Apple isn't copying the competition, they're rewriting the formula. Let's start with the design. Instead of going tall and narrow like most foldables, Apple is reportedly going wider and shorter. That means when you unfold it, it feels more like a natural extension of a regular iPhone, just with a lot more screen. Thickness is where things get crazy. Around 9.5 mm when folded, but just 4.5 mm when unfolded. That would make it thinner than even the iPhone Air, and extremely close to devices like the Galaxy Z Fold 7. But the real breakthrough? The crease. Leaks suggest it could be as small as 0.15 mm, almost invisible in daily use. Apple is reportedly achieving this using a liquid metal hinge combined with advanced display tech from Samsung Display. And that hinge might not just be durable, it could also be cheaper to produce than expected. Now let's talk materials. Apple is said to be combining titanium and aluminum for the first time in an iPhone, along with reinforced glass, and even rumors of self-healing layers to improve durability over time. That's a big deal for foldables, where longevity has always been a concern. On the display side, you're looking at a 7.8-inch main screen and around a 5.3 to 5.5-inch cover display. The outer screen is a bit smaller than some competitors, but Apple seems to be prioritizing usability and comfort over size. Cameras are interesting too. A dual 48-megapixel setup on the back, keeping it simple, but Apple might introduce an under-display camera on the inner screen. That means no notch, no hole punch, just a completely clean viewing experience. For security, leaks suggest a return of Touch ID instead of Face ID, likely due to the folding design constraints. Performance? Exactly what you'd expect. The A20 Pro chip, paired with 12 GB of RAM and Apple's in-house modem. But the real surprise is the battery. Reports are pointing to around 5,800 mAh. That's bigger than most foldables, and even larger than some flagship phones. It could outperform rivals like the Galaxy Z Fold 8 in raw capacity. Of course, powering a massive folding display won't be easy, so software optimization will be everything. And that's where iOS 27 comes in. Apple is reportedly redesigning parts of iOS specifically for foldables, new multitasking, adaptive layouts, and smarter transitions between folded and unfolded modes. This isn't just hardware, it's a full ecosystem shift. Even the small details show Apple is thinking differently, like moving all physical buttons to one side, going fully eSIM, and designing the device almost like two ultra-thin iPhones fused together. Now let's talk price and release. This won't be cheap. Expect somewhere between $2,000 and possibly $2,400 or more. And while the iPhone 18 Pro lineup will launch as usual, this foldable could arrive later, possibly late 2026 or even early 2027. But here's the bigger picture. Apple isn't trying to be first. They're trying to be right. Samsung has had years to refine foldables. Apple has been watching, learning, and waiting. And if they deliver on even half of these leaks, a nearly invisible crease, massive battery, ultra-thin design, and polished software, this could be the moment foldables finally go mainstream. So now the real question is, would you actually spend $2,000 plus on an iPhone Fold? Or are you sticking with something like the Galaxy Fold lineup until Apple proves itself?